So, it is finally here. BABYMETAL's brand new album, The Other One. And what do I think of it? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, well, at least for me. I did not like this album. A couple of days ago, I made a video that I was very concerned about this album being very generic, very radio-friendly, yada yada yada. I was cautious and hoping that that would not be the case. I was kind of having the thought of maybe they're leaving the best stuff until the last second. And I listened to the album, and that is not what I got. It's generic, kind of bland in some cases, boring in other places, which kind of irritated me. I just wanted one of the songs to get over with and just move on to the next one. Yeah, just basically, I'm very disappointed in what BABYMETAL has produced with this album. It's not a total write-off. There are some things that I do like, some being Sue Metal's vocals, but even her vocals kind of get on my nerves a little bit in some of the songs. The production sounds good. For some odd reason, Metal Galaxy had a terrible production in my personal opinion. Monochrome is still my favourite song from the album, and a couple other songs like Mirror Mirror and Metalazoom, is that what you call it? I don't know. Those other songs were quite unique in this album, very out there, I would say. The first two tracks, Metal Kingdom and Divine Attack, I was very mediocre about those songs, but over time, as I listened to them, they're decent songs to open up this album. But everything else, I was disappointed. It really dragged in the middle of this album. I mean, this album has been referenced as a concept album, and there is nothing concept about it. Concept means that you're trying to tell a story. I mean, if you want to talk about concept albums, go and listen to Winter Sun's Forest Seasons album, or this other band which I cannot pronounce, but I can say their other album, Glare of Deliverance, which is a monstrous riff machine of metal, and probably one of the best concept albums I've listened to so far. I did mention that Sue Metal's vocals did get on my nerves quite a bit. I hate it when they repeat the name of the song over and over again, or just repeat something specific in general. I never like that. It's lazy writing, and are BABYMETAL songs being made by 7 different writers, which is fucking crazy. I doubt that any of those writers are actually in the band. And the whole thing of, is BABYMETAL still a gimmick? I think we're way past BABYMETAL being a gimmick. They've proven with Metal Resistance that they're here to stay. They can make it good stuff, but with this album, they decided to go the safe route, go to the radio-friendly route, and I don't like that at all. BABYMETAL has put out some really good stuff, and even with Metal Galaxy, which at the time was my least favourite album they put out at that point, still had some interesting songs in there that are very different, very unique in their own way. Even some of the songs I just don't really enjoy are still unique. This album is not unique in the slightest, and it's extremely disappointing. And so, overall, I mean, if you like this album, I mean, go ahead, you're allowed to like what you like, but for me personally, for me being a big BABYMETAL fan, going into this album after a couple of years of them being on hiatus and, all the above, and just release this, it's extremely underwhelming. And in terms of a rating, I would give it a 4 out of 10. If I was being generous, I would have given it a 5 out of 10. But 4 seems right for me. So those are my thoughts about this album, and yeah, what do you guys think about it? Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? And I know that some people out there are going to watch this video and say oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Let's just agree to disagree. How about that? Tell me in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys later.